Have you ever heard someone say, life is ebb and flow, like the rhythm of the ocean waves? No? Well, the world around us is a symphony of rhythm. From the changing of seasons to the transition between day and night, rhythm is a fundamental part of the universe we inhabit. Consider the ceaseless dance of day turning into night and night into day. Like a beautifully choreographed ballet, it's a performance that's been on repeat for as long as our planet has existed. And it doesn't stop there. Think about the 4 seasons: spring, summer, autumn, winter, each with its unique melody, yet harmoniously transitioning into the next. This cyclical pattern, this rhythm, is a testament to the natural order of things. Now let's bring it a little closer to home. Listen to the rhythm of your own heartbeat. That steady lub-dub is your life's rhythm, your personal drumbeat. It's your body's metronome, keeping time for the symphony of your existence. These rhythms, these patterns, they're not mere coincidences. They're manifestations of a universal principle known as the law of rhythm. This law suggests that everything in existence, from the vast cosmos to the intricate workings of our own bodies, operates in cycles, in a rhythmic pattern. The law of rhythm is like the conductor of an orchestra, guiding and coordinating the various elements to create a harmonious whole. It's the invisible hand that guides the ebb and flow of life, the rise and fall of civilizations, and the personal highs and lows we all experience. Understanding the law of rhythm helps us recognize that our lives are not a series of random events, but rather a dance choreographed to the beat of this universal principle. We begin to see that the ups and downs we face are not anomalies, but part of the natural rhythm of life. The law of rhythm isn't just a concept, it's a way of understanding the patterns that shape our lives. So let's delve deeper into this fascinating principle and discover how we can harmonize with the rhythm of life. The law of rhythm, at its core, is a principle of nature that suggests everything moves in a cyclical pattern. Our bodies operate on rhythm through respiration, menstrual cycles, and circadian cycles, or even the Earth rotating around the sun. These cycles are predictable, dependable, and they're a fundamental part of life on Earth. But it doesn't stop there. This law of rhythm also manifests in our personal lives, in ways that we may not always be aware of. Think about your daily routine. Most of us have a cycle of sleep and waking. We have periods of activity, when we're working, studying, or exercising, followed by periods of rest and relaxation. And it's not just about physical activities. Our emotional states also follow a rhythm. We all experience periods of happiness and joy, which are often followed by periods of sadness or melancholy. It's a natural part of being human, and it's another example of the law of rhythm in action. Even our personal growth and development follow a rhythm. We learn, we grow, we face challenges, and we overcome them. Then, we encounter new challenges and the cycle begins again. This rhythm of growth and development is a fundamental part of our journey through life. But why does this matter? Understanding the law of rhythm can help us navigate these cycles more effectively. It can provide a sense of order and predictability in a world that often feels chaotic and unpredictable. It's a reminder that after the low points, the highs will come again. After the night, the dawn will break. After the winter, spring will return. So when you find yourself in a difficult phase, remember the law of rhythm. This too shall pass, and a new cycle will begin. As you can see, the law of rhythm is deeply intertwined with the human experience. The law of rhythm is a potent tool in understanding the ebb and flow of our lives. It's a law that is as applicable to the changing seasons, the waxing and waning of the moon, and the rhythm of the tides, as it is to our personal lives. Just as the world around us is marked by periods of growth and decline, so too are our lives. We have moments of joy and sorrow, triumph and defeat, activity and rest. Life is a dance, a back and forth, a rhythm. It's not a flat line. In the grand scheme of things, we're all like trees. We have our seasons, times of lush growth and times of shedding and letting go. We go through winters of hardship and struggle, but these are inevitably followed by the renewing springs of change and growth. This is the rhythm of life. This is the rhythm of change. So, how do we navigate these periods of change? By understanding and accepting the law of rhythm, change is inevitable. We can't stop the seasons from turning, nor can we prevent the ups and downs in our lives. But what we can do is learn to dance with the rhythm of change. When we're in a period of growth, we can embrace it, learn from it, and use it to propel us forward. And when we're in a period of decline, we can use it as a time of reflection, of rest, and of preparation for the next period of growth. The law of rhythm teaches us that every setback is a setup for a comeback. For every failure there is success. Every low point is a precursor to a high point. Every end is a new beginning, and every winter is followed by a spring. By understanding this, we can better navigate the inevitable changes that life brings. Unraveling the law of rhythm in our lives is akin to becoming fluent in a new language. This language is the rhythm of our own lives, unique to each of us, and once we understand it, we can use it to navigate our lives more effectively. Consider the ebb and flow of a day. We all have periods of peak productivity and times when we could use a little rest. By recognizing these personal rhythms, we can schedule our tasks accordingly. Tackle the challenging tasks during your peak hours and save the lighter ones for when you're winding down. This way, you're not fighting against your rhythm, but rather, you're dancing to it. Stress management is another area where the law of rhythm shines. Our lives are filled with highs and lows, and understanding that this is a natural rhythm can help us maintain perspective during challenging times. When we're in a low phase, we can remind ourselves that it's just a part of our rhythm and that a high phase is on its way. This can help us manage stress and maintain a sense of balance. Finally, living in harmony with our natural cycles can foster a deeper connection with ourselves and the world around us. When we align our actions with our rhythms, we are living authentically, in tune with our natural selves. This can improve our relationships, our health, and our overall well-being. So let's start listening to our rhythms, understanding them, and using them to guide us. Let's appreciate the highs for the energy they bring, and the lows for the contrast and the opportunity for rest and reflection they offer. When we align ourselves with our natural rhythms, we become more in tune with ourselves and the world around us. And that, my friends, is the true power of understanding and harnessing the law of rhythm. So, to recap, what have we learned about the law of rhythm? We've discovered that the law of rhythm is a universal principle, a constant ebb and flow that governs the cycles of life. It's not just something we can see in the changing of the seasons or the rise and fall of the tides. It's a force that's present in every aspect of our existence, from the beating of our hearts to the rise and fall of civilizations. We've learned that this rhythm is deeply connected to our personal experiences. We've seen how our emotions, our thoughts, our very energy levels follow a rhythmic pattern. We have periods of high energy, high productivity, high spirits, followed by periods of low energy, rest and reflection. This is not something to be fought against, but rather something to be embraced. It's a natural part of being human. We've also delved into the role of the law of rhythm in understanding change. Change, we've found, is not random or chaotic. It follows a rhythm, a pattern. There are periods of growth and expansion, followed by periods of contraction and consolidation. Recognizing this can help us to navigate the ups and downs of life with greater resilience and wisdom. And finally, we've explored how we can use the law of rhythm to our advantage. By tuning into the rhythms of our own lives, we can work with them rather than against them. We can harness the energy of the high times to fuel our creativity and progress, and use the low times for rest and reflection. We can become more adaptable, more resilient, and more in tune with ourselves and the world around us. Remember, the law of rhythm is all around us and within us. By understanding it, we can live more harmoniously and navigate the waves of change with grace and ease. Do you have other examples of the law of rhythm? Comment below if you do. We will see you in our next video. Thank you for watching.